From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
Coming up right now, live at 5, justice has now been signed for juveniles in the state of Pennsylvania as the governor comes to northeastern PA to make a history, making law official. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. A historic day in Luzerne County and all of Pennsylvania as Governor Tom Corbett signed 2 bills into law. Both are meant to protect the children of the Keystone State, stemming from the Kids for Cash scandal that rocked our area and beyond.
I want to note that the bill passed without any opposition. It is nice to see a bipartisan approach, but it's common sense.
Senate Bills 815 and 818 were created in response to the corruption scandal that erupted 4 years ago, leading to the arrest of 2 former Luzerne County judges. At the Luzerne County Courthouse today, Corbett said this is the first step to taking action to prevent future injustice against our children. And according to Senator Lisa Baker, who was the sponsor of the bills, under the new laws, judges must state their reasons on the record for each juvenile disposition and require that any juvenile under 14 have legal representation at all delinquency hearings. Those over 14 can waive their right, but only in limited circumstances. News 13 stopped by the courthouse this afternoon, where juvenile justice is now headed in the right direction after the governor signs on the dotted line.
But this is an important step because this step resolves the issue of not having a lawyer with the child. And had a lawyer been with a child in most of these instances, if not all of them, this scandal would have never occurred. I think it's going to help the healing process here, particularly in Luzerne County, but it's going to help the citizens of Pennsylvania across the board, and particularly the children, that they have counsel in very important situations where they can be incarcerated.
It is such a tremendous relief. I'm so proud of the teamwork that brought this to fruition, the bipartisan cooperation of the members of the House and the Senate, not just in Luzerne County, but across the Commonwealth. I'm very proud of the Juvenile Justice Task Force, Judge Burke. It has just been, after all of the tragedy, when you look at where we are today, so many people were a part of it, and I'm just honored to be here and to take part in what is a milestone day for Luzerne County.
I was one of the very first people to alert Juvenile Law Center to what was going on because I was incarcerated wrongfully, and I waived my right to counsel unknowingly. It's so amazing that so many people cared so much about it, and that Juvenile Law Center really helped our community come back together and say, this is wrong, we shouldn't be doing this. And now we're here, and no child can ever waive their right to counsel, and it's really incredible that I know now that what happened to me cannot happen to another child, and that's incredible. That's vindicating.
Senator Baker also tells News 13 that one of the major problems in Luzerne County was that more than 50% of juveniles who were appearing in court chose not to have an attorney with them. This law that's now in place will severely limit the ability of any juvenile to waive their right to have a lawyer, ensuring that the juvenile justice system is protecting children's fundamental constitutional rights inside the courtroom. It's time to start paying for that nice, warm, mild winter. Brush fire season has arrived early because there was little or no snow this winter and a lot less rain so far this spring. And if you haven't noticed, the wind has been strong for the past couple of days in our area. Combine that with dry land and low humidity, leading to many brush fires right here in Greater Hazleton and beyond, prompting the National Weather Service to issue a red flag warning for our area, which basically means no outdoor burning. There is a great risk of explosive fire conditions like this. Check out these pictures from Foster Township over the weekend. The flames were fierce near Eckley. Nearly 200 acres on fire. Dozens of firefighters were called out to battle that brush Saturday night. And in Hazel Township, there were 2 forest fires that kept firefighters busy, like this one near the Stockton Mountain over the weekend. News 13 took a trip to Schuylkill County today to talk with Assistant District Forester Robert Carilla, who says a red flag warning is something to take very seriously.
No one should be doing any burning at all whatsoever. It's not a very good time at all. Keep brush cleared back from your home. Don't stack any firewood right up against your porch or against a building. Keep the leaf litter raked back and pushed away. Create what we call a little defensible space. If a fire does start coming out into a wooded area where there's homes, it would give our firefighters a fighting chance of being able to save a structure.
And with no sign of any significant rain in the forecast anytime soon, there should be no burning at all until the ground is given a good soaking. Now, the brush fire season usually peaks from late April until mid-May, but the dry weather has firefighters already pretty busy. Area residents should be aware winds normally pick up between the hours of about 11 a.m. and noon, and also ATV and dirt bike riders can probably stick to well-defined trails so their hot mufflers don't spark fires. Motorists should use ashtrays instead of flipping cigarette butts out the window, and keep cooking fires away from brush and undergrowth as well as the sides of homes. Finally, residents who start fires in fireplaces or pellet stoves during cool nights should refrain from dumping ashes outside where the wind could scatter the embers. The National Weather Service has issued this red flag warning for the existence of critical fire conditions through 8 o'clock tonight. We should get some relief Tuesday and Wednesday with less wind and a chance of some showers. The wind has been the hardest to contend with when it comes to the weather lately, not only for firefighters who find themselves battling all the brush fires, but just the general public. What we ultimately need is for the wind to calm down, some rain to fall, and the air to finally warm up for good. As we take a look at tonight's creative condition brought to you by Darius Martinez, a 7th grader in Miss Walker's art class at the Castle. Darius shows us the sun we've seen a lot of lately. Nice job to Darius. You can pick up your movie pass to Regal Cinemas anytime right here at News 13. But as far as the weather goes over the next 24 hours, no sign of the breeze calming down, which is not good news for firefighters. We'll see partly cloudy skies with a low down to 33 for this evening. And again, the wind continues to pick up speed out there. Mostly sunny on your Tuesday. 48 will be our high. We are going to see high gusts once again for Tuesday. So I have a feeling that red flag warning, it will be back into effect on your Tuesday. Your forecast tonight, live at 5, brought to you by Just Windows and much, much more. 636-1133 First Street, Freeland. Better windows plus better installation equals Just Windows. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, and Saturday from 8 to 1. Make sure you stop by or visit their website, justwindowsandmore.com. Also, Fagley Oil Company in Tamaqua and in the greater Hazleton area. Visit the website or give them a call and make Fagley's your oil company today. In other news tonight, last week we told you about the discovery of bullets inside a bathroom at the Hazleton Area High School 9th grade center. We also reported a burglary at a home in Klein Township where 6 guns were stolen. Well, it seems the incidents are connected. State police tracked down 2 16-year-olds who are now accused of bringing the .22 caliber ammunition to the school and dumping it in the garbage can. Now troopers tell us a third 16-year-old is being held in a juvenile detention center for having a .22 caliber handgun. The teen voluntarily surrendered that weapon and said it was bought on the street and was originally stolen from the home in Klein Township. Troopers say the investigation is ongoing and that even more juveniles are believed to be involved and could be charged soon. It is not known if the teens had anything to do actually with that Klein Township burglary. A brawl in the city over the weekend left 2 men in trouble with the law, 1 arrested and another cited. It happened Sunday morning. Hazleton police were called to the area of North Laurel and Spring Streets for a fight around 6:30 in the morning. When officers got there, they found 33-year-old John Craig of Tobyhanna and 27-year-old Rafael Rodriguez of Hazleton. They also found a vehicle in the area damaged as a result of that fight. Craig was arrested for disorderly conduct and for having drugs. Rodriguez was cited. Also in Hazleton, 2 homes within blocks of each other broken into. Both burglaries happened on North Laurel Street, the first in the 800 block of Laurel sometime between 10 Saturday night and 9:30 Sunday morning. Items were also taken from a home in the 500 block of North Laurel Street between 4 and 8 on Sunday morning. Anyone with information is asked to call police by dialing 911. Coming up on News 13 Live at 5, Fred and Ronnie are teaming up for sports tonight. Plus, if you have an Apple computer, be on the lookout for a virus. And according to the experts, it's a pretty serious one. Also ahead, they took a step back in time as they flashed back to the warm-up. It was all for a great cause. We'll explain in a bit. Stick around. All right, Ron, thanks so much. Now, here are your winning midday lottery numbers on this Monday. Good luck if you played, everyone. Your daily number 020, Big 4, 3242, Quinto 04842, and Treasure Hunt 10, 11, 14, 15, 16.
Good evening, everyone. Here's tonight's social news. A happy belated birthday to Helen Smith. She celebrated on April 7th. This wish comes from all of your family and friends. A happy birthday to Helen Sackett of Junedale. This wish comes with love from all of your family and friends. And now for tonight's Talk of the Town. There will be a blood drive at the St. Luke Miners Memorial Hospital April 19th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Appointments are encouraged, but walk-ins are welcome. For more information or to register, you can call 570-645-8271. And the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance presents a diabetes support group. This will be at the Health and Wellness Center in the aerobics room, April 13th at noon. And for more information, you can call 501-6750. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town. A happy 82nd birthday in heaven to Jean E. Marquez. April 9th, 1930 to April 6, 2006. Nanny, we love and miss you. From your husband, Andrew Juba, your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and all of your family and friends. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. Jean M. Slavinsky of Mahanoy City, the Louis D. Truskowski Funeral Home, is in charge of the arrangements. Marcus S. Luceno, formerly of Klein Township. The funeral will be held Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. from the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 11 to 12:30 at the funeral home. And Margaret Peggy L. Costician of Freeland. The funeral will be held Thursday at 9 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 9 p.m. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smile Axe Floral Shop on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Don't settle for the second best when dining out. Discover Mia's new low-priced dinner menu for 2012. Remember, there's plenty of free parking in the Markle Building lot. Find us on the web at miasrestaurant.com or follow us on Facebook.
Apple users beware, a virus nicknamed Flashback is estimated to have hit more than 500,000 Mac users. The malware can reportedly make its way into your computer to gain access to user info. And according to the Washington Post article, the virus can automatically install itself. You can read more about the virus and download the new software on Apple's website. Now, it's reportedly the largest attack ever on the Mac operating system, and experts say that as Apple grows, so will the number of attacks to its systems. The virus is called Flashback, and no one wants to have it visit their Mac, but many folks flash back to the days of the warm-up, Northeast PA's premier dance club and disco. It was once Hazleton's hottest spot. And on Saturday night, memories of the warm-up were alive and well as a fundraiser for the Helping Hands Society was in full swing at the Hazleton Elks Lodge. Perfectly titled Flashback to the Warm-Up, the crowd celebrated the former nightclub and helped raise money for the Helping Hands Society. Some of the original pieces of memorabilia auctioned off, like the warm-up's cash register, original lights, and more. The warm-up's original DJ was on hand spinning tunes, and many of the bartenders were on hand to help pour up some new memories, as many took a step back in time. The warm-up was owned by the late Nick Pantages, and his son Louis helped make Saturday's flashback happen. Congratulations to everyone who had a part in bringing this fundraiser to Hazleton and for helping the kids who need it the most at the Hazleton School for Children with Disabilities. Looks like it was a good time had by all. All right, right now we have 2 chances for our viewers to win 2 tickets to the Jason Bishop Show. The show hits the stage at the Alice C. Wilty Performing Arts Center in Hazleton this Saturday, April 14th at 7 p.m. If you love magic and optical illusions that trick the mind, this is the show for you. The Jason Bishop Show features stunning and original state-of-the-art magic and is surprisingly funny and truly magical. Each routine is presented in his unique style with modern pop and rock musical soundtracks playing throughout. Call now to win tickets at 459-9813. Callers 3 and 13 will win those tickets. Good luck. This giveaway is for your Live at 5 newscast only. News 13 is back in a few. Stay with us. Jasmine Brooks heads to a local lake where it was trout stocking day as many anglers prepare for the start of fishing season.